Hey baby, what up, man? We're back in another video, and this is gonna be what if Naruto Uzumaki had embraced his hatred, embraced his wrath. Now, skip over to real Naruto. Naruto quickly grew, and his body was a lot stronger than most. He was highly capable, doing things that others couldn't. Naruto ran across the village, running from the onslaught of villagers, and Jonin that followed this path, watching closely behind. Naruto ran and ran as fast as he could, but couldn't outpace Jonin nor the villagers. They quickly caught up to Naruto and started to beat him. As then rung through his head. Demon, you'll never be the Hokage. The words rung through his head. Then a voice shot through his head. You want power, don't you? Enough power to stop them all and get your revenge. Naruto heard a voice leak from his head. Naruto and said, yes, I want enough power to kill them all. He had finally gotten over. He had finally had snapped. The third Hokage was always too busy to care about him. He didn't even send Anbu to make sure that he was okay. That he didn't care. That's what Naruto thought. But the Hokage's death was clouded with paperwork. So much paperwork, he couldn't even see his crystal ball. He had too much paperwork for his liking. Naruto. Then the onslaught of attacks from the villagers was ramped up. They went faster. They wanted his blood. They wanted him to scream. To scream. They wanted him to feel the same pain of their falling. Naruto finally had enough. All of the trauma forced out his two bloodlines. As his Uzumaki chain shot out of his body, Naruto felt dizzy, almost hollow. And he could hear the howl of the wind. The wind yelped for help. The wind called his name. It called for someone to help him. And it called for someone to hear it. It called and called, but no one could hear it. It said, Naruto said, I can hear the wind. Said, really? As this was a sacred Namikaze um um Keiji Genkai. The Namikaze could communicate with the wind, which allowed them to with the wind. Since they were so well acquainted with the wind helped them move around. This could also be called swift release, but you know, eh, Naruto. Naruto's Uzumaki chains broke through the wood, shooting through it. His Uzumaki chains were three times stronger than Kushina's. He he would be capable of holding down the Nine Tails with his Uzu hands. This is because of the fact that Naruto went through so much more trauma than Kushina could ever go through. And his life was just misery. He finally snapped. Naruto yelled, "You want a demon, and you've got him." As the wind danced his, from Naruto's approval, Naruto asked the wind, could the wind possibly get rid of these people? And the wind moved violently, rapid, with incredible power. Wind shot through the bodies of many villagers, shot through so smoothly that it seemed as if a Mangekyo Sharingan user was the one who caused all of the damage. It was so precise, so how could you expect a little boy who had no training to be capable of doing such? Naruto thought. His eyes glowed blue with excitement finally coming into his eyes. He saw the dead bodies of well, around 29 villagers and around 15 Jonin. Naruto laughed psychotically. His Uzumaki chains then wrapped around all of them, bundling them together in a ball. The Uzumaki chains pressurized and pushed in so hard that it created a lot of heat. This heat was incredible. It was almost it almost reached the temperature that it would be on the outside of the sun, being 1 mile away from the sun. All of the heat and pressure pushing everything together, it caused an explosion, a massive explosion. Centuries. This explosion was so loud that the Hokage could hear it. Multiple Anbu shot towards the area, looking for what was the cause of the explosion. They looked around to see the crunched, um, the crunched up bones and organs and blood of villagers that made this kind of fine paste that could possibly be used to glue things together. Naruto, we see Naruto floating within the sky with the wind, yelping out his name. Naruto smirked maniacally. As for the next few weeks, no matter how much the third Hokage looked, he couldn't find him. So he decided to go to his house, only to find it had been ransacked. As villagers had called Naruto a demon, and since the demon seemed to disappear, they went to his house to find him and beat him down because they rightfully accused him of killing all of those villagers that fateful night. A little the third Hokage asked around did they see Naruto, but Naruto was nowhere to be found. We see a base just outside of the Fire Country's territory. The wind yelped. The wind talked to Naruto for days now. The wind was not he couldn't stop talking. The wind was just really happy. He hadn't had any friends from the Namikaze clan ever since Minato. Naruto's eyes looked up. Naruto's eyes darted towards the area where he essentially heard the voice come from. You mean that there's someone else like me? Naruto said, trying to get an answer. Yes, the wind said. In fact, you're his son, the wind remarked. Naruto had a smile, but then it faded, thinking that his father had abandoned him. So, what happened to him? Then the wind voice grew sad. He died within the Nanito's attack. So did your mother. In fact, she died giving birth to you. She loved you with all of her heart. Your father did as well. He did so much so that saved, he took his life to save yours. Naruto, Naruto looked up in surprise. Someone actually cared for him? But his eyes then saddened. But the only person who cared for him, he's already dead. There's no point, Naruto thought. As the wind then grew cheerful, then spoke about how much fun that they could have. Naruto smirked wildly and said, "Oh, we will have as we have since he was 3 years old. No, after that week, he was around 4 years old at the time. So he would be gone for 8 years. Oh, that's a long time. Naruto will be gone for 8 years, training under the wind and the Kyuubi. Naruto had learned powerful wind style jutsu. He called one of his powerful jutsu wind vacuum damage. No, chain vacuum damage. As that was the jutsu that he used against the villagers, except he had perfected it onto a way larger scale. The jutsu is in fact so powerful that once compared to the almighty push, Naruto's jutsu would win. Oh, hello! If you like this video, and subscribe. Thank you. That would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, Naruto. Naruto had perfected another jutsu. He called it mm, Raiso. His Raiso basically combined his Uzumaki chains in a in a wind style Rasengan like technique. The wind spun around in his hand at pace so rapid that it was faster than the speed of light. In fact, it was so fast that it actually negated light. So everything so it was almost invisible to the regular eyes of even a Jonin. It would have to take a MS Sharingan user to use no MS Sharingan user to see this Rasengan. Naruto's Rasengan moved no the Raiso moved so quickly that once slammed into flesh, unlike the Rasengan, it instantly ripped fresh flesh from the body, cutting it off and charring into the body, yanking more off as it pushed more force, as it added more pressure to the wound, creating immense pain while doing so. If you are hit with it very quickly, you could possibly survive. But if you are hit with it slowly, you have a less likely chance to survive the technique because of the fact that it basically literally rips your skin apart, rips your bones apart. Like it rips stuff apart. So doing it more faster provides less time for it to damage you. Anyway, Naruto had learned how to create a clone using the same technique. The clone would walk up to you and then it would either hug you or shake your hand. It grasped onto your hand very powerfully, destroying it as it then slammed its fist into your head, destroying your face all the way up. Then held onto you, destroying your body as if it and it can be timed. So it basically matters when you want it to explode. Naruto looked up with a smirk. The smirk had grew. He had finally became strong enough, well, in his book, to destroy the land that destroyed all of his hopes and dreams, all of his desires, pushed forward into Konohagakure. As the Leaf Village had spread out their scouts, trying to find Naruto. Um, Sorry for the short video, but my parents are getting home in very late. I have school tomorrow, and they're probably gonna get mad at me for making a video so late. Anyway, um, Naruto's smirk grew wildly as he glided through the air towards marching forward on Hagakure. Bye guys, very short video. Again, my parents are getting home. Um, Make sure that y'all like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. If y'all want to, but that's only if you hype. Turn on those notifications, like, subscribe, and all of the above that I didn't think of. Also, um, I've noticed that my new channel seems to not appear on YouTube. So I've been checking with YouTube to see whether what's going on with my new channel. I might have to delete it. Matter of fact, I am going as I have two computers. Anyway, Alright. Sorry. I am deleting account. Oh, bye.